All right, drivers, it is 6:50. Racing starts in 10 minutes. Racing starts in 10 minutes. That is stock / up first. Matt, Max, Jack, and Nick. In the meantime, we're going to do a driver's meeting at the off-road track. Everybody make your way to the concrete wall by the off-road track. right, cut the blowers on the off-road. We're going to do the national anthem. Hey, Dad. Dad. Eddie. Get them to cut the blowers off. Tell them to turn the blowers off. On the track. They want to hear the national anthem. Oh, yeah. Race number 1, Stock Slash to the track. Make your way to the driving stand. Marshall's going to be from the 13.5 late model. Grant, Bill, Keith, and Doug are the marshals. Grant, Bill, Keith, and Doug for marshalling. The drive to do it. You can't be mad about that. Okay, racers, all of our trucks are checked in. We have all of our marshals. We're going to get this one going in less than 5. Matt, Max, Jack, and Nick, all cars have crossed and are going. Oh, Jack going to go a little wide into the wall. It's going to let Nick get around him. Here comes Mac coming up behind the 2. Matt gets around to both of them. He is out front. 46 and a 402, 4-year leader. That's the red, gray, and black Fox body. Down the backstretch now. That's Matt Sinex. In the number 2 spot, Max Mason. He's in the purple, pink, and blue. Black rims down the backstretch. To the back now. He's running a 43.402. He's about 3 seconds behind Matt. Not quite letting him get away. Ooh, caution turn 2. Jack and Nick giving each other some wheel. Nick in that number 3 spot. Jack in the 4. 1 second apart. Oh, Jack now to that number 3 spot. Oh, Max is going to pull off the track. Something's gone wrong with his car. He was in the number 2. That's going to put Jack and Nick into that top 3 positions. 1:30 down, 2:30 left to go. Down the front stretch now is Matt. In the 2 spot is Jack. 3 is Nick. The difference 1 to 2. 16 seconds. Matt and Jack separate by almost 17 seconds now. Nick in that 3 spot. Oh. Nick in that 3 spot. He's about 1 second behind. Nick in that number 2 spot now. Blue and black tracks the stock light down the front. Oh, caution down the front. That did catch our leader 2 and our number 3 car. That's going to slow all of them down. So Nick now to the 3, about 3.5 seconds behind Jack. Matt still out front, 22 seconds. Only 1 heat of this class. He's got about 4 wrecks to spare. Matt should be able to walk away with the TQ. 1:30 left on the clock. So Matt is your leader. Jack in the 2. Jack's in that red, blue, and black Traxxas body. Down the front stretch now. Coming up on the blue and black. That's Nick. Ooh, with 1 minute left to go, your leader, Matt, 46.405, ran a fast lap of a 4.9. Next fastest truck is Jack, 5.3. Oh, caution on the front. That was Nick. Jack now with an even bigger gap. He's going to race your leader. Oh, the leader gets it wrong. Rolls over. He did have 27 seconds. Now it's going to be about 25. 30 seconds left on the clock. They're going to get about 8 more laps. Matt coming up behind the number 2 car. Oh, he's going to catch the pipe and get them both messed up. Jack now. He is in that 2 spot, falling close behind the leader. Matt's going to try to pull a gap away. He doesn't want to mess with them at all. Oh, caution 3 and 4. 3 and 4. That was your number 2 car, Jack. Nick, 8 seconds behind. Close enough. They're about 2 seconds apart now. Matt, the only one done. Jack and Nick to finish. That is a race. Race is over. Matt, Jack, and Nick, your top 3. All right, track is closed while I get our marshals back out here. Put your cars in the impound and make your way back to the track. Impound is underneath my stand. I see Max out here looking for Matt and our 2 brothers. right, track is open. Track is open. All right, go ahead and keep the cars rolling. Keep the cars rolling. Track will go live in less than 5. So John Ford, first one across the clock. Jason, Dan, and Eric, all 4 cars across the clock. I'm sorry, 5 cars. Wherever number 5 went. So John Ford on his 4th lap, he is out front, 52.402. Fast lap, 4.5. He did that on lap number 2. He stayed within about a tenth or 2 of that lap. In that number 2 spot is Dan Stewart. So your leader working the backside of Eric, now coming up on Dan Stewart in that number 2 spot. In the 3 is going to be Jason. He's coming down the backstretch now. In the 4 is Eric, and 5, Adam. So 1 minute down, 3 left to go. John's still out front. He's got half a second to the good of Dan Stewart. Your leader, red and checker 69, going down the front stretch now. To the back he goes. In the 2 spot is Dan, blue and red, number 26. He's going to get into the backside of some traffic and get spun out. So Eric, that is your leaders coming up on you. Let them by. He's going to catch our number 3 car. That was about 2 seconds for Jason. Oh, caution on the floor. That was our number 2 car. John Ford going to let his lead stretch out. It was 2 seconds, now 4. In that 3 spot is Jason, 5 seconds behind Dan. And in the 4 is Eric, only 8 seconds behind Jason. All these guys within a lap of each other. 2 minutes out, 2 minutes left to go. John out front, leading this pack of 4 cars. Down the backstretch he goes. White fronts, yellow rears. That is your leader. In the number 2 spot is Dan. Red and blue. Going down the back now. Oh, wow. In that number 3 spot, blue, yellow flames, yellow, orange. Going down the backstretch, number 24, that is Jason, the number 3 car. 1:30 left to go. John out front. Ran a 4.8 last time. Another 4.8, exact same lap. Still holding on to that fast lap. 4.55. Dan, 4.88. Next fastest car on the track is Dan. Last time by, Dan did a 4.7. Oh, caution on 3 and 4. That was your number 2 car. Here comes Jason. It was 4 seconds, now 1.5. Dan in that 2 spot, Jason in the 3. John open track in front of him. He is leading him off. Jason looks like he's got a little bit of a looser car than John. Should be faster though. Oh, turns 2 and 3. Another rollover from the number 2 car. Here comes Jason. Oh, Jason's going to spin out and get it wrong. Dan's going to get a little bit more space. 2 seconds between them. 20 seconds left on the clock. John's got an almost 10-second gap. Dan with 2 seconds to the good of Jason. 1, 2, and 3. 10 seconds apart. Oh, caution on the back. The yellow and blue going to spin out. Going to collect your leader. Doesn't cost him but maybe a second. Gives the bell. John is done. Jason's done. Dan will be done. Eric, only one not finished. Oh, that's a race. John, Dan, and Jason, your top three for the buggy street stock class.
You're telling me you haven't figured out your body rub yet? Didn't take practice? What a goober. Huh?
Am I going here or is someone else getting
Go ahead and get it.
All right, marshals, from that last one, put your car in the impound and make your way back to the track. I see John, Adam, and here comes Jason. Looking for Eric. Eric would make 4. That is good. Now looking for our racers. / late model. Heat 1 of 2. Keith, Matt, and Anthony. 3 racers to the stand now.
He's just pissed off.
All right, so Anthony is out for the night. All right, get the cars going. Keep them going. We're going to get this one going in less than 5. Matt's going to be the first one across the line. Here comes Keith. Both cars now checked. Matt, 5.1, first lap out. Keith, 5.2. So that'll settle him. Almost 2/10 apart. First lap out. Keith with a pretty good lap last time by. 1/10 now. So we're about 30 seconds into this one. 3:30 left to go. Matt out front. Just ran his fast lap, 5 flat. 47 and a 4:01 for your leader. Just a little bit slower, 47 and a 4:01 for your number 2. Oh, Matt with a mistake in the 2 turn. Here comes Keith. He is now to the point. He's going to have about 3 seconds to the good. There it is, 2.5 to your leader. Keith now out front. Matt in the 2 spot. Not a good situation for him. Rode the pipe a little too nasty. And got flipped over. 1 minute down, 3 left to go. So, Keith, your new leader, 46.402. Matt leading off these 2 cars. He's in the white and blue, number 34. That is your number 2 car, Matt. Down the backstretch he goes. Keith, blue, gray, and black, number 14, orange stripe. That is your leader. Matt knocking away at that gap, though. They're about 1 second apart now. Was 2.5, now 0.6. He is the faster car. He's ran 3 5 flats in a row to Keith's 5.3s. 1/10 apart now. A 5.3 from Keith and a 5 flat from Matt. Matt now to the point. Matt is putting a gap to Keith. Matt coming up to the rear side of Keith. Oh, Keith's going to get it wrong. That's going to solidify the position. Matt out front. It was 1 second. Now 5 seconds. Keith now settled into that 2 spot. He's going to need a mistake from Matt if he wants to get back up there. 1:30 left on the clock. Your leader now in that number 2 on the track. He is behind the number 2 car. Here comes Matt down the front stretch. Blue and white. That is your new leader. The number 2 car in front of him, the number 14, that is Keith. Matt's going to look for a clean pass on him. Keith's car just looking a little bit loose. Matt's car just a little bit more stable. Here goes the inside. Keith's going to catch the wall. He's going to scrub some speed. Back to the inside he goes. That's good racing from your number 2 car. He's not going to let him have it. 1 minute left on the clock. Keith, your number 2 car, leading these two off. He's going to get up on 2 wheels. He's going to have to push wide. Looking for the inside on that. He gets it done. Rode that pipe and got it. Matt catching some ball, going to scrub even more speed. Here comes Keith up the inside. Now Matt, inside, outside. These 2 cars go. 30 seconds left to go. Oh, he's going to get into the door then and roll over. There goes Keith. 7 seconds now, 12. 15 seconds left on the clock. Matt going to be your TQ. Keith in that 2 spot overall. So this was heat 1 of 2. We'll see what round 2 of the slashes have to put up for these lap times. 1 more lap for the Matt will be done. Keith, keep going. And that is a race. Matt is your TQ. Keith in that 2 spot. Drop your cars off in the impound. Adam. Just go to the next number, Adam. All right, there are only 2 drivers in that last one. I expect that we'll get 2 volunteers, or 2 racers plus 2 volunteers.
2 marshals.
Oh, okay. What?
I was in a rush and I actually grabbed my stock slash and I grabbed my big model body and my stock slash was attached.
Oh.
All right. There's only 3 racers in this one, so we should be able to get it done with just 3 marshals. Thank you, Nick, for the marshalling help. All right. We're looking for John. Oh, John's out here.
Do I? Yes, I do. What's up with it?
Why is it not this treatment, but it's not the trim fall?
Hey, Matt. Matt. Since there's only 3 marshals, I need you to blow all the way to there, please. When the race is over. All right. I gotta drag these cars in. All right, racers, get the cars going. Get the cars going. Spread them out evenly. We're going to get it going in less than 5. So, Jason, first one across the clock. James and John. All cars checked and rolling. Starting off hot, 5.1 out of Jason James in that 2 spot and John in the 3. Jason and James both running 5.1s. John just hitting his first 5.1 right there. Ooh. Jason riding that pipe. Really getting that car sideways in turns 1 and 2. The orange and blue, your leader. Number 24, Jason Herbig out front. He's got 1 second to the good of James in that number 2 spot. John Ford in the 3, half a second behind James. They are on the track in the order they are on the computer. Jason leading these cars off. He's in the orange and blue. James in that number 2 spot, black and white. And John looks like he's running Dan's car, number 26, red and blue. So your leader coming up to the backside of the number 3 car. These 3 cars separated evenly, about 1 second between each of them. So 1.5 to the good is Jason. Oh! Your leader pitching it sideways. Gonna get cut off. 1:45 down, 2:15 left to go. That last time, James Bruder to the point. Half a second to the good is the black and white car. Jason catching that pipe just a little bit. Gonna screw up some speed. He's behind John in that 3 spot. John is right between the 1 and 2 car. He's about 3 seconds behind Jason. Here is James. Looks like he's picking up his pace. 5.2 last time for him. 5.4. That's going to slow down just a little bit. Here comes Jason. Was 0.3 of a second. Now 1. Jason 1/10 of a second behind. Now 0.05. 1:30 left on the clock. James, Jason, and John. Last time by, here came Jason. He's now to the point. James in the number 2 spot. So Herbig, orange and blue out front. Bruder now taking the point last time by. They're about 1/100th of a second apart. Swapping every other lap. Bruder gonna catch the pipe a little bit. They drop back about half a second. 1 minute left to go. Jason out front. Oh, caution turn 2. Caution exiting turn 2. Oh, turn 4 for your leader. That was James. Jason now to the point. 2.5 seconds to the good for him. Only 35 seconds left on the clock. Your leader, blue and orange, number 24. That is Herbig. Jason Herbig out front. 3 seconds now. Bruder in his own head made a mistake. Now, he's got Jason racing behind him. This is a very bad position for Bruder to be in. 15 seconds left on the clock. James in front of Jason on the track. Jason out front on the clock. 5 seconds left on. They got about 1 more lap in them. Jason's going to be done looking for John and James. That is a race. Race is over. Jason, James, and John, your top 3. So Jason is going to reset the overall TQ. James, I believe, is going to be number 2 overall. Your top 3 running order going into the A main. Jason, Matt Sinex, James Bruder. That is your top 3 going into slash late model. Keith made the 4 spot and John in the 5. Your final heat of the night for qualifying. Race number 5, 13.5 late model. Fox built late model. Everybody in here running the Rocket 5s, I believe. Looking for 2 more marshals. Here comes John. I see James and Jason. There were only 3 racers in that last one. I'd like it if we had one more volunteer. Grant, you're not checking. You have a transponder in there?
You're not racing tonight.
School?
So what?
Remember order?
Well, you also probably didn't want to.
Well, I do.
You told her that?
No, but I did.
There's a check. So we are looking for Keith. I see him coming.
Bye-bye.
All right, make some quick changes. Let's get this one rolling. Watch your front. Caution down the front. All right, keep the cars rolling. We're going to get it going in less than 5. Doug, first one to go. Oh, Keith, first one to go. Doug and the 2, Grant and Bill. All 4 have crossed. Oh, already got a race going down the front stretch. Oh, it's going to get into Grant. Grant and Bill, father and son. Bill doesn't care. He will toss his son around. So, first lap's down. Doug going to be out front. Oh, Keith Ward from the 2. Now falling all the way back to the 4 spot. So, Doug in the 1, Bill in the 2, Grant 3, and Keith 4. Oh, caution turn 2. Grant and Keith get into each other. So, Doug is your leader. He's in the all-white. Make sure to let him by. So, 45 seconds down, 3:15 left to go. Doug in that 1 spot, the all-white. Going down the backstretch now. He still has the window stickers on. Bill in the number 2 spot. Orange and black flames going down the front stretch now. Looks like his car has a furious push. Almost looks broken. And that 3 spot is Grant. Red and black, white trim right behind Bill. 5 seconds apart on the clock. About 1/10 on the track. He's got the inside on him. Not gonna do him dirty though. He's gonna let his dad walk away with it. Oh, Bill gonna get into the inside of him. Grant, don't let him just do that. Dive bomb him. So Doug out front, coming up on the number 2 car. 3 seconds to the good of him. His car does steer faster and grip a little bit better. Doug's gonna get around him, no problem. Was 3.6, now 4.8. Grant coming up to the backside of Bill. It went badly for Grant last time. We're going to see what happens now. Down the front stretch they go. Bill in the 2 spot, Grant in the 3. Bill's going to push out. Grant's going to get the easy inside. Now time for Grant to pull away. He lost Bill about 3 times now and caught him all 3 times back. Now he's going to try to pull away. 1:30 left on the clock. Doug, 47.401 is your leader. 6 seconds back, Bill Gibson, 45.401. Just ran a fast lap for him. 5 flat out of your number 2 car. Caution on the back, that was your leader. Oh, he's going to spin out and catch the inside. He did have 6 seconds. Now it's about 3. Load the pipe again. It's going to be about 2 seconds now. 2.5 between him and Bill. Grant, 3.5 back from his dad. 1 minute left on the clock. 1, 2, and 3. 6 seconds all the way down. Your leader, all white down the front stretch. In the number 2 spot. So in that number 2 spot is Bill, orange and black flames. Ooh, all the cars stopping for some reason. Grant's going to have an issue. He's going to pull off. 30 seconds left on the clock. Grant was in the 3. Down to the 4 spot he goes. So Keith now to the 3. He's about 1 minute behind Bill. So the only race between the 1 and 2 car, 15 seconds apart. Or 10 seconds apart, 15 on the clock. So 46.40 for your leader. Bill, 45.403. They're going to get one more lap. Here comes. So keep on going. Doug is done looking for Bill and Keith. There is a race. All cars have checked and finished. So Doug going to be your leader. Bill in the 2 and Keith in the 3. It is 7:35. I'm going to let practice go until 7:50. Practice until 7:50. That's about 15 minutes for you to make changes and get your cars figured out. When it hits 7:50, I am going to water and blow off the track. At 8 o'clock, we will start racing back. 8 o'clock racing will start. 5 more minutes for tuning if you want it. 5 more minutes for practice. Then I'm going to shut it down and water it. Racing back at 8 o'clock. Race number 1, 13.5 Buggy Street Stock. You are up in 5 minutes. It is 7:59. Racers, Tour Drive Buggy Street Stock. Go ahead and start making your way to stand. Marshall is going to be from the Slash Late Model A-Man. Jason, Matt, James, Keith, and John. Tour Buggy Street Stock to the stand. Marshals from the Slash late model class, make your way to the track. Slash late model A main, Jason, Matt, James, Keith for marshaling. Matt, James, and Keith out here for marshaling. Everyone else is exempt because they are racing. Need one volunteer out here to help us. Matt, James, and Keith for marshaling. Looks like we have all of our racers out here. Just looking for Jason. Oh, caution, turn 3. Oh, wheel off the car. If you can fix it real quick, run at him. Try not to park in the middle of the track. You don't want your car to get hit. Oh, turn 2.
Check it out.
All right, missing one marshal. We need one volunteer. There are 5 buggies. I want to make sure we have 4 volunteers out here, or 4 marshals. Thank you, Grant.
Did I what?
You guys racing before IMS and Austin?
Yeah.
When?
There's a couple more. We still have like 3 more club days. And then I think plenty of practice days if you ever want to get in here.
Yeah, it's a lot to come down here for just practice. So, I'm going to try to make it to at least one before IMS comes on.
Yeah.
I'll be helping out with that anyway.
You will be?
You can see me on in the next 2 or 3 days.
Sure you don't want to fix the ride height on that? All right, stop the cars, get them lined up. Straightaways are closed. Straightaways are closed. John out front, Dan in the 2, Jason in that 3 spot, Eric in the 4, and Adam on the 5. So, John, whenever you're ready, roll them off. These cars will be going full speed coming out of turn 4. All of my cars have checked and made it to the line for that first lap. Oh, Dan gonna have a violent traction roll to the 5 spot. He goes. He's got to play catch up. Gets around the 3 and 4 car. Up into the 3 spot goes Dan. Jason in that 2 spot. Looks like John just gonna hold his line and walk away. Only 30 seconds into this one. Jason 2 seconds behind John. And Dan 1 second behind Jason. Eric, between those two cars, he is in the 5th spot. 45 seconds down. Red and checker 69 down the front stretch. He is battling a lap car right now. That is your leader with the yellow and white wheels. Make sure to let him by. In the 2 spot is Dan Stewart now. He just got around Jason, it looks like. That or Jason missed a lap. I didn't see it. So, 1:15 down, 2:45 left on the clock. John Ford, 4.4. Oh, caution turn 3 and 4. That was your number 2 car. Jason about half a track behind him. Oh, gonna slide out. He's gonna park it in the middle. Dan with another rollover. He's been struggling with that. 1:30 down, 2:30 left to go. John out front still. He has 6 seconds to the good of Dan Stewart now. So John, red and checkered, going down the backstretch to the front now. In the 2 spot, red and blue, white, number 26. That is Dan Stewart. He's about a lap and a half behind him. In that 3 spot is Jason, just about a lap behind Dan. 4 spot is Adam, 3.6 behind Jason. So Adam is the closest car for a race. 4.4 seconds the difference between the 3 and 4 car. Adam's in the yellow and blue, going down the backstretch now. The car Dan with another roll. Here comes Jason. Was 5 seconds, now 2. Oh wait, I'm sorry, 7 seconds. They got lapped. So John Ford out front, still pulling away. About 11 seconds is his gap. Dan Stewart in that number 2 spot. Oh, there goes Adam. He wasn't before. He has 6 seconds behind Jason. That's devastating. About 12 seconds now. That was a long Marshall for him. So in the 1 is John, 2, Dan, 3, Jason. Closest race happening right now. That is Jason and Dan. 5.6 apart. Jason's going to pull over. He does have the podium. There is about 12 seconds between him and Adam. So 30 seconds left on the clock. 1, 2, and 3 separated about 10 seconds evenly. 30 seconds all the way back. Your leader going down the backstretch gets around Adam. Coming up on Dan. 15 seconds left on the clock. Time to just cruise to the line. He's got 2 laps to throw away. Here comes the less than 5. Well, John is going to take the win. Dan and Eric are done. There's Jason. Race is over. Race number 1, Buggy Street Stock, is over. John Ford able to take the win. TQ'd and won the class. Dan Stewart in that 2 spot, and Jason in the 3. So we have all 4 of our marshals out here. Keep the track closed until they get to their positions. All right, track is open. Track is open.
good reason.
All right, couple more laps. Now is the time to make your changes if you want to make them. Make sure you pull over to a safe part of the track if you do. Do not park your cars in the straights. The track is still open. All right, straightaways are closed.
More loose to the left rear. Loose to the right rear. Loose to the right rear.
All right, get them lined up. Doug on that one spot. Bill's going to be in the 2. Keith on 3. And Grant in the 4. Go ahead and get them rolling, Doug. Get them rolling. Through the back stretch they go. All 4 of these cars going live out of turn 4. Oh, Bill's going to get it super loose from the 2 to the 4 spot first lap. Doug going to hold his line. Stay clean. Grant's going to get up to that 2 spot. Keith down to the 3. The lineup all out of whack from where they started. Oh, Doug's going to catch a lap car and get put back to the 3 spot. So Doug now from the 1 to the 3. Half a second in front of him is Keith in that 2 spot. Oh, Keith is going to give it up. Doug to the inside, now to the 2 spot. Doug is on a mission. He has to catch Grant in the red and black. Grant's going to ride the pipe, go for a spin. Doug getting a little cattywampus down the front stretch. Oh, Keith with the rollover. Doug now to the number 2 spot again. Bill Gibson still in that 4 spot. He's about 15 seconds out of the podium. So 1 minute down, 3 left to go. Grant out front. He's behind the battle for the 2 spot. Your number 1 car, black and red. Oh, he's going to roll over. He's going to get his car fixed by his dad. Awesome. So Grant did have about 5 seconds. He was coming up behind him. Now they're working behind him. So he did have 5 seconds. Now it's 2 flat. He has a job to do. All he has to do is keep it clean. So your leader, the black and red, looks like the number 90. Going down the backstretch now in the 2 spot is Doug. He got around Keith a couple laps ago. Doug is all white going down the front stretch. Coming up on Bill. Let him go. That is the number 2 car. So Doug going down the backstretch now. Grant right in front of him. Doug's on a mission. He has no time to screw around. 150 on the clock. Car, he gooses it. Oh no, he's going to roll over. Watch turn 2. That was your number 2 car. Down to the 3 spot he goes. Keith's now half a lap behind Grant, about 1 straightaway. Doug back to the 3 spot. 1:30 left on the clock. Oh, Keith's going to roll over. Here comes Doug. Grant's going to get slowed down too. So Grant working the backside of Doug rather than the other way around. Grant looking for the lap on Townsend. We're going to see where they end up in 1 minute. Doug does have the faster lap of the 2. 4.55. Grant, 4.56. 8 seconds apart. They are a lap down. Doug, did you have a 13-second lap? Hey, Doug, did you wreck a lap ago? I don't think you did. So, 20 seconds left on the clock. Oh, There went Grant. Here comes Doug. 3 seconds apart now. 15 seconds left on the clock. They're going to get 2 more laps. Here goes Grant. Down the backstretch he goes. Doug not quite in range. Final lap for them. Keith is done. Grant is done. Bill's done. And Doug. That is race number 2 over. Grant out front. Doug in the 2 and Keith in that number 3 spot. Race number 3, stock slash. Marshall's going to be from that last one. Make sure you drop your car off in the impound. Make your way back to the track. We have all of our marshals. All 4 of our cars have checked. Caution on the back. Good job on slowing down. Oh! All right, straightaways are closed. We're going to get this race lined up. Matt, you are leading us off out front. Jack in the 2, Nick in the 3, and Max rounding out that 4 spot. Matt, go ahead and roll them off when you are ready. Matt, Jack, Nick, and Max. All 4 of these cars, bumper to bumper. Whenever Matt is ready. Keeping a nice steady pace. Going live out of turn 4. First lap down. Nick already going to put a move on Jack. Jack now to that 3 spot. Oh, Jack going to fall down to the floor. Max going to make a clean inside on him. Only 15 seconds on the clock. Your leader, about 1.5 seconds gone. 2 seconds away now is your leader. Nick in that 2 spot. And Max in the 3. So, our leader, Matt Sidex, red and gray, Fox body, going down the backstretch now. In the 2 spot is Nick. He's in the blue and black Traxxas body. In the 3 spot is Max. Purple and blue. Going down the front now. Behind him is Jack. That is all 4 cars. 1 minute down, 3 left to go. Matt out front. 46 and a 4:01. That's faster than his TQ qualifying time by about 5 seconds. Nick in that 2 spot, 44.404. He's only 4 seconds behind our leader. Looking for the lap. Right now is our leader. Oh, for the 2 spot. Jack gonna get around Nick. It is not full position. He was lapped. Just getting his lap back. Oh, Nick with a mistake. Here comes Max up to the 2 spot. Max now in that 2 spot. Nick in the 3 and Jack in that 4 spot. Oh, Jack's gonna be on the wall. Caution turn 2. Watch the front stretch. Watch the front stretch. Caution down the front. Caution on the front. It's still there. It's clear. Devastating wreck for Nick. Nick's gonna be down all the way to the 4 spot. Oh, Nick still holding on to the 3. Jack right behind him. They are fighting for position now. 1 and 2, separated by just about 2 laps. Here comes Matt for his second lap. He gets it done. Matt now 2 laps ahead of the field. Max in that 2 spot. He's got 1 lap to the good of Nick. Nick just got that lap back on him. Hopefully he can try to work it back. 1:30 left on the clock. Max gets the inside. Oh, he's going to get the worst end of that wheel bump. Nick is going to try to get away. That was not for position, but for the lap that he had on him. 1:10 left on the clock. Matt out front. 4.9 and his fastest lap. Nick's fastest car on the track is Nick. 5.2. Oh, Nick's going to get into Jack. Turn 4. It's clear. Your leader down the front stretch now, red and gray. To the back he goes. He's got Jack right behind him. That's the number 4 car. Oh, caution turn 2. That was our number 3 car. That was Nick. Nick in that 3 spot. He's got 1 lap to the good of Jack. They are fighting right now for that lap. Nick 8 seconds behind Max. That's about a lap and a half. Max look at about 3 laps now. Matt's going to get a 3rd lap on the field. Max now is 17 seconds out of that number 1 spot. Is a really good spot on the podium. There will not be enough time on the clock for positions to change. Matt, Max, and Nick, your top 3. 5 seconds on the clock. Here comes the bell. Matt is not done. Max is done. Nick, Jack, and Matt are now finished. That is a race. Race is over. Drive them to the finish line and put them in the drop-off. Matt, Max, and Nick, your top 3.
Break in.
Different on this one. So.
All right, still looking for Jason and Keith. Here comes Jason. Keith is in the pits. Anthony now coming back to the show. He's going to be in this race. Still looking for one of our marshals. I know we had 4, right? Oh, Matt Sinex is in this race. All right. We need one volunteer marshal to come out here and help us with this race. This is race number 4, your final heat of the night. Let's get one more volunteer. All right, let's stop the cars. Stop the cars in the infield. Still looking for Keith. I see him in the pits. Can we get one more volunteer? There are 6 cars in this race. I want everybody to get fair marshaling. Give him hell. Here comes our tardy racer. Need just one more volunteer. If you are not racing, this is the final heat of the night. Please help us out. Who's going to help him? Who's going to help Anthony? Hey, Eric, you think you can help us with this race? No, nobody wants to do it. Because you know your ankles are going to get beat up. All right, let's get them lined up. Jason out front is your TQ and number 1 car. Matt in the 2 spot. James in the 3. Keith in the 4. John 5. Anthony in the back, rounding out the 6. So all the J's, I think I'm just going to call out by last name. Oh, Herbig, when you're ready, get these cars going. If your name starts with a J, I'm just going to call you by your last name. Going live out of turn 4. Herbig, Sinex, Brewer, Keith, and Ford. Your top 5. Oh, Keith's going to get it wrong. Down all the way to the number 6 spot. He goes. Jason still out front. Matt in that 2 spot. James in the 3. Keith 4. And John in the 5. Oh, John to the 4 spot. I'm sorry. Anthony in that 5 spot. Oh, Anthony's going to get it wrong. All the way back he goes. So Herbig out front. He's got 1 second to the good of Sinex. Oh, Keith, turn 4. Watch the front stretch. Watch the front stretch. Go wide. It's clear. That was Anthony down to the 6th spot. He is. So 1 minute down, 3 left to go. Herbig out front. He's got 2 seconds to the good of Bruder. Sinex in that 3 spot. Half a second between them. Sinex gets put down from that 2 spot now to the 3. Bruder right in front of him. White and black is the number 2 car. White and blue is the number 3. John Ford. He's about half a lap back. 2.3 seconds. John Ford, that's your leader. There he goes. Good job. So Herbig out front. He's got a big gap. 2 seconds to the good of Bruder. Bruder's got a big race on his hands. Matt looking for the inside every single lap. Matt's going to get a good run that time. Not quite going to be there. Oh, a little wide in that turn. Bruder looking to try to get away from him. He's going to pull just a little bit of a gap. We're going to see if Matt can make it back up. We are halfway through this one. 1:55 down. 2:05 to go. Herbig out front. 4.9 is his fast lap. He's running 1 lap faster than his TQ. 47.4 flat. Bruder, 47.405. 2.5 seconds back. That is the difference between your 1 and 2 car. Herbig out front, blue and orange. Number 24 in that number 2 spot is Bruder, black and white. In that number 3 spot, Sinex, number 34, white and blue. Just got around John Ford. That is for the lap on the number 4 spot. So John Ford a lap out of the podium. He's got these cars right in front of him. He's in between the 1 and the 3 spot. Oh, Matt's going to get up on 2 wheels. Here comes John looking to get that lap back on him. Sinex in a race. He's got 1 lap for the good. He's pretty much solidified a spot on the podium. A spot on the podium. Bruder in that number 2 spot. 45 seconds left on the clock. Matt's got to make a run. Oh! Bruder gonna spin out. He is out of this one. Getting lapped now. He is down to the 4th spot. John Ford up to the podium. Sinex to the 2 spot. So our closest race with Sinex and Herbig. Those two cars 4 seconds apart. Herbig looking for the lap on Matt. 15 seconds left on the clock. This is your final race of the night. It all comes down to this. Oh, Sinex gonna roll it over. Gets it up on 2 wheels. Gonna scrub a lot of speed. He's been lapped. Final seconds of the race. All right, John is done. Herbig's done. Matt's done. Anthony done. Watch the front stretch. Watch the front stretch. Keith, only one not to cross. That is a race. Jason, Matt, and John, your top 3. Bruder had that number 2 spot. Something wrong with the car. Down to the 5 he goes. That was a good night of racing. Hey, Jack, do me a favor. Can you pull that blower off for me? Just bring it over. Hey, Nick, can you just bring that blower over to that corner for me? Just bring that blower over to that corner for me. Thank you. That was a good night of racing, guys. Thank you for coming out. Appreciate all the help. Have a good night. Make sure you guys, if you made a podium or a TQ, make your way up front for pictures.